I never should have taken the night shift. It was my first job at the Willowcrest Motel, a rundown place on the edge of town where travelers rarely stayed more than a night. The owner, Mr. Gibbons, was an old man who barely spoke, except for one thing. Never book anyone into room 46. It was a simple rule. Wine I didn't think much about. Every old motel has its stories, right? Probably a leaky ceiling, or maybe the lock was busted. That was until room 46 checked itself in. Night 1. The phone call. It was just past midnight when the motel phone rang. The caller ID showed room 46. My stomach dropped. The system must have glitched. No one was in room 46. I hesitated before answering. "Front desk," I said, my voice unsteady. A deep, wet breathing came through the line. Not static, not a bad connection, just breathing. Then a whisper. "There's someone in my room." I hung up. I stared at the monitor, at the key rack hanging behind the desk. The key to room 46 was still there, untouched. I should have left then. Should have walked in, should have walked out and never come back. But I was stupid and I needed the money. I too. The knock. Mr. Gibbons didn't say anything when I told him about the call. He just looked at me with those tired eyes and mumbled. Ignore it. That night, the phone didn't ring. Instead, there was a knock at the lobby door. 3 slow knocks. I checked the cameras. The parking lot was empty. The porch was empty. But the knocking continued. Then, the screen glitched. For less than a second, a figure appeared just long enough for my brain to register. A man. Or something like a man. Skin stretched too tight over its skull, mouth hanging open too wide, as if frozen mid-scream. Its eye sockets were empty. I scrambled to open the lobby door, to confront whatever was out there, but nothing. Just the wind whistling through the trees. But when I turned back inside room 46, he was missing from the rack. Night 3. The room opens. I told myself I was imagining things, that it was a prank, a trick of the cameras, anything to keep myself from losing my mind. That was before I heard a click, a door unlocking. I looked at the monitors. The hallway outside room 46 was empty, but its door was open just a crack. I grabbed the spare key, my hands shaking. I should have called someone. The cops, my boss, anyone. But my body moved on its own. My brain clouded with the wrong kind of curiosity. I stepped inside. The room was freezing, far colder than it should have been in summer. The bed was made. The TV was off. The bathroom door was closed. Then I saw the mirror and the reflection inside it. It wasn't me. It was the thing from the cameras, standing right behind me. I felt its breath on my neck, cold and wet, and too close. I turned, but there was nothing there. Just the empty room, just my reflection, pale and shaking. Then my reflection smiled. Not me. And in my own voice, "There's someone in my room." The mirror shattered. The final night. The guest. I don't remember leaving the room. I don't remember how I got back to the front desk, only that I locked the door behind me and did not move. The phone rang, room 46. I let it ring. Then I heard footsteps, slow, wet. Bare feet slapping against the linoleum, walking toward the front desk. The camera showed nothing. The footsteps stopped right in front of me. I couldn't breathe. Couldn't look up. Then the guest book on the counter flipped open. A pen lifted, scratching against the paper. An invisible hand was writing something. When the pen dropped, I forced myself to look. There was a new name in the registry. Mine. I never quit that job. At least, I don't think I did. I still hear the phone ringing, still hear the footsteps at night. I still see someone else's reflection when I look in the mirror. And every night at midnight, I hear my own voice whispering from the darkness, "There's someone in my room."